everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Summertime. I am your host, Summer Hill, and today we are at Banneker Park with my girl, Kayla Austin. Yay. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're here at Banneker Park because Kayla just hosted a fundraising event for her product, and we're really going to get into it because this is a phenomenal product and we need it in our communities. But we want to hear the story behind it, Kayla. So let's start here. You're from Chicago.
Yes.
Okay. At 7 years old, you began innovating and problem solving. Tell us about that.
Yeah, when I was 7, I used to hate doing my laundry, so I used to hate folding clothes, so I made like this contraption out of cardboard. I called it the foldinator. So I put like a shirt on it and fold my clothes up to make it more efficient. And I feel like that was the beginning of like my inventive spirit. And my guns to move, I started it when I was 12. I was in a program, like an NAACP program called Junior AXO, and it was me and 3 friends. We had to choose a world problem that we cared about. And being from Chicago, I said, okay, why not gun violence? Let's focus it on children. And so I did all my research on that. I thought I was going to learn about mass shootings and school shootings, but I learned that most shootings involve people my age or younger, stem from getting a parent's gun in the home.
So you're 7, you're starting to innovate, you're starting to create, you got these ideas, and then you're 12 years old, and that's when you said, I'm doing this. Like, this is going to be my thing, my passion. Where did that confidence come from? Like, you must have had people on your team who was like pouring into you.
I would definitely say my parents. I think I always came up with like crazy ideas in elementary school and middle school, and people was like, okay, girl. But once I started to come up with like this gun safety device, which I didn't explain it, but it's a smart pad, so parents can place their gun on top of it, and if a child removes it, there's a baby monitor sound, so they can record themselves saying something or make it an alarm. And then from their phone, they're notified whenever their gun is moved, and they can call the police or an emergency contact. So that's the product, and I forgot the question, but...
No, it's okay, because I wanted to get into the product, but I'm asking about, like, your confidence and how they were able to pour into you.
Definitely my parents. As I mentioned, like, I had a lot of ideas, but this one, the adults around me were like, okay, like, I think this could actually be something. So it was definitely my parents, and then my aunt, other adults around me that gave me the confidence to keep going.
Okay, so was there any so you said you're from Chicago, and unfortunately there is like terrible stigma around that city and around gun violence in that city. Was there any like personal situations that happened to you that really hit home?
Yeah, so I have a family friend who, she's here now, I call her Aunt Jackie, and she had been in my life for a while, but I didn't know until I started doing this project. She told me that when she was 4, she shot herself with her grandfather's gun.
Oh my gosh.
And so hearing her story, and she showed me the wound on her hand, let me realize, like, okay, these stories are a lot more than just statistics that I'm reading. And I think I was able to put like a face and a story and a family to that, which helped me. I think that really inspired me to keep going.
So do you know the statistics behind how many people actually, or how many children actually grab their guardian's gun and use them? Like, why was that something that you were focusing on?
Yeah, so it happens 8 times every single day. These incidents are called family fire, where a lot of times they're accidents, or a child is playing, they shoot their sibling, cousin, and now we're seeing them bring them to school. A lot of school shootings stem from kids getting access in the home, and the parents have no clue the child even knew where it was. So it happens 8 times every single day, and I honestly think with COVID, I'm curious to see the statistics. I think with everyone being home more, it really increased. So.
Yeah, no, there definitely should be something that like, because if it's locked up, you can't reach it, you can't access it when it needed, but when it's out in the open, too many people can access it. So it's really good that you're creating something like this.
Yeah.
But, okay, now you're a student here at Howard University. How has your journey been here?
It has been amazing. Going to Howard has been the best decision I've ever made in my life. I tell everyone that all the time. Being a senior feels so crazy because I feel like I just got here. This bee is trying to get us, y'all.
Oh my God, where'd it go?
It's on your leg, twin. Ooh.
Blooper.
But yeah, no, Howard
good.
has helped me immensely. The Howard community, and even like, I just recently joined the D9. I think that support, they all showed up for me today. So Howard network has been insane, and my support system here is strong.
Yes, and like just like this fundraiser today, like we come here, there's so many people here supporting you and donating to your cause. I know that feels good. But other than the support you've gotten at Howard, you've gotten support outside. Your first investor was Pharrell. Tell us about that, because that is so cool.
Yeah, so I grew up always loving Pharrell.
Who doesn't?
Exactly, right. I knew every song from that man. And he has an organization called Black Ambition where they donate to Black and brown entrepreneurs. And when they first started it, I was too young to even apply. But around 2022, so my sophomore year at Howard, I used all of my assignments from like classes I had taken to really apply for, and I ended up being a winner. So I'm the youngest Black Ambition Prize winner to this day.
Wow, that's amazing. And what did you do with the money that he gave you?
Yeah, so that money really went towards developing the brand. Our colors used to be really ugly. The logo was not cute. And so as a communications major, it was really important to me that our brand was consistent and kind of made sense for our target audience. So that's where that funding went.
Oh, I love that. Okay, and then you are also recognized by Teen Vogue, 21 under 21 list of Young Revolutionaries You Need to Know. How was that experience?
That was an amazing experience. I grew up going to like the Teen Vogue conferences where they would announce the official list. They stopped doing it in that format. So like I found out from an editor reaching out to me, so it was really exciting to be a part of that list with amazing activists and organizers.
And what was the process like? Like, tell me how you felt in that moment when they reached out. Like, that is so cool.
Yeah, the process. I think an editor had like reached out to me some more about my story to learn a little bit more about me. And I was honored because it was always a goal of mine since I was like 15. I was like, I'm gonna make it on the list one day.
Yeah.
Once I got to 19, I was like, I got a couple more years to be 21, to be under 21. So it was a great day.
That is amazing. Okay, and you have a book, How to Be a Teen Advocate.
Yes.
Please tell me more about this book.
Yeah, so this book, I wrote it, I think my senior year of high school, actually. It's been a while. But it's kind of like a workshop book where it takes students through like identifying a cause they care about, deciding if they want to start their own organization or joining local ones. So that's what that is, like a little workshop book.
Okay. And like, you're a senior in high school, so in college, so you're pretty young.
Yes.
How do you know how to do all of this? Like, I'm not gonna tell them my age, but I'm older and I'm like taking it step by step. Like, what am I doing? How do you know?
I'm definitely learning every day. Like when I came up with the idea, I didn't know how to actually build it. I didn't know anything about a patent process. I think it's been the adults that have been near me that saw something. So like I had a lawyer he was like, I want to go pro bono with you, help you make this into a patent.
Yes.
And so that's what kind of started the journey.
Nice.
And I think even Black Ambition, Pharrell's resources have been they have been very helpful, I would say. So
and
I'm learning every day.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
Where are you at in your journey right now? What's happening with the product?
Yeah, right now, so we're in our final stages of product development. So we're doing pre-orders now. So if you get it now, you can do a $50 deposit and get the product for $150 as opposed to $200 at the full price later on. So we're gonna have our working models of the prototypes in September. So we're gonna have some gun owners actually test it and bang on it before we mass produce it.
Okay. And I know you're into film too. What are you gonna do with that? That's
so
exciting. Your little creative journey.
Yes, we're deciding. I've always been into photography, videography, and filmmaking. I feel like I've been kind of venturing away from it for now, but it's always been, I think storytelling has always been a passion of mine. So directing, editing may be in my future soon.
This needs to be a story that you tell, girl, because this is wonderful.
Yeah.
How did you go about like actually creating this product? Like, you need engineers and stuff, you know?
Yeah, okay, so this is where my parents came in clutch. Both of my parents have a background in electrical engineering.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there's some years removed. It's like I would like draw up a sketch and my dad was like, that's not gonna work because the circuit board would be here. I'm like, okay. So yeah, definitely having my parents helped, and we also were presenters at CES, which is like the largest tech conference in the world. And we were there, we had a manufacturing company reach out, and they've been so thorough with us, and yeah, I'm learning with them too every day.
I love that. So what's been the coolest part about this whole process for you?
The coolest part, I think, has been the community I've been able to build. I think in entrepreneurship, you have to be able to connect everyone. So like, even an event like this, I'm connecting with photographers, videographers, a DJ. I have to pull those resources, and then meeting with a manufacturing company, a marketing team. I just love being able to learn about different industries to make this idea come to life. So.
Yeah. And what do the next steps look like? Like, what do we have? What can we look out for? I know we had a beautiful fundraiser here at Banneker. What else do we have coming up?
So Shoot for Safety, our goal is to make this a tour. So I'm from Chicago. We want to do it in Chicago, Basketball City, Detroit, even North Carolina, where my aunt is from. So we want to do more events because I feel like I spend a lot of time behind a desk and meetings and stuff, but my whole idea had to do with helping the community. So trying to do more things like this. You can look out for more demo videos for the My Guns and Move product once we get those prototypes. And everyone can join our Safety Circle community where we share events, like progress in the product and things like that.
Yeah, and I love that today, like you had people here to help register people to vote and other nonprofits. Like, that's amazing. You are doing some amazing work and you're still so young, so I'm really excited to see where you go in the future. But girl, I know it's hot. I know you're tired.
Very hot, y'all.
So I just had to have you on a quick episode to tell us about where you're doing, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this today.
Yes, thank you so much for your help, for helping with that happy hour, and
Yes.
just amplifying this event too.
Yeah, anything I can do, I'm glad to help. All right, thank you so much, Kayla.
Thank you for having me.